Begin our service as we sing together, Hinei Matov Umanaim, how good and how wonderful it is to be here together.
It's either on page 2, 3, or 10. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad. Try with me. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad. That repeats. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad. Here's part 2. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad. Try with me. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad. Back to part 1. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Sheverachim Gav Yachad.
And we turn now in our prayer books to page 172 to sing together Matovu.
Ma tovu alecha Yaakov, alecha Yaakov, mishkerotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu alecha Yaakov, alecha Yaakov, mishkerotecha Yisrael. Last paragraph. Vali tefilati lecha, Adonai ratzon. Elohim baruch hastecha, ani bemet yishecha. We sing together, Matovu. Matovu, alecha Yaakov, alecha Yaakov, mishkerotecha Yisrael. Matovu, alecha Yaakov, alecha Yaakov, mishkerotecha Yisrael.
Turn to the bottom of page 178. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. Adonai our God, make the words of your Torah sweet to us and to the house of Israel, your people, that we and our children may be lovers of your name and students of your Torah. We praise you, O God, teacher of Torah to our people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai hamlamed Torah la'amo Yisrael. Alu devarim she'ein lahem shiur. These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study, morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all. Please rise and turn to page 195. Baruch Adonai Hamvarah. Baruch Adonai Hamvarah Le'olam Vaed. Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due now and forever.
Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. HaMevorach Le'olam Vaed. HaMevorach. HaMevorach Le'olam Vaed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvarei hoshef, osei shalom uvarei ahakol. Hama'ir la'artz v'la'arim elaha barahamim, v'vtuvo mehadesh b'hol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishi. Ma'arabu ma'aseha Adonai, kulam b'hokma osita, ma'ar ha'aretz kinineha. Tibarak Adonai Eloheinu, al shavak ma'aseh yedeha, ve'al me'urei or she'asita ifaru kasela, or hadash al sion ta'ir v'niske kulanu mehera le'ora. Baruch atah Adonai yozer ha'merov. Please join me. The world is sunlight, rejoicing the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light into the eyes. More welcome than gold, a Torah from heaven. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeems the sun from darkness. Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMerov. Turn to page 199. O God, inspiration and guide for all, you have spoken in 1,000 tongues for us to hear, in every land and every age. Your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways. And yet, O God, you're one, unifier of humanity. We give thanks for the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully, we recall the lawgivers and prophets and the psalmists and sages of Israel. And joyfully, we remember from the dawn of Israel's life, we would turn to you and find purpose. May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our minds and their passion for righteousness stir in our hearts. Help us to live so that our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of your truth. Baruch atah Adonai haboher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai
You may be seated. Behafta et Adonai Elohecha, b'kol levavka uv'kol nafshecha uv'kol medecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anuki mitzavecha hayom al levavecha. V'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lektecha v'aderek u'shokbecha uv'kumecha. Ukshartam le'o al yedecha v'hayom L'totafot bain eneha uktavtam al mezuzo beiteha uvi shereha. L'ma'an tiskaru va'ositem et kol misotai v'hiyitem kidoshim lelohehem adi Adonai Elohehem. Asher hoseti et hem me'eretz Misraim liot lahem lelohem adi Adonai Elohehem. Love Adonai your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, and every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children, talk about them at work, whenever you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hand. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all my mitzvot so you may be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God. Turn to page 203 as we read together. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect. The song of God's miracles in earth protected and cherished. A gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of the land once ravished by war, now quiet and content. Her soldier home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed. The song of peace.
We sing the song, our freedom song, upon leaving Egypt and entering into the desert on the other side.
Please rise and turn to page 205 for the tefillah. Adonai sifata tafita ufiyagi tahila teha. Adonai, open up my lips so that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imatenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, v'Elohei Leah, El Hagidol Hagibor v'Hanara, El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol v'Tzoher Hastei Avot v'Himahot, Umevi Geula Livnei v'Nehem L'Ma'an Shemo Be'el Hava, Melech Ozer Umashia Umagain, Baruch atah Adonai Magain Avraham v'Etzarat Sarah. We read together.
You are the opening door that becks me in.
Peeking around the door frame, I begin to enter into your glory. You move me forward, O Eternal, to step beyond self-made boundaries. Lift my foot over the threshold that I might abide with you. In the house of the Eternal, I found my questions waiting to be posed. They filled me with wonder. Sit with me, eternal teacher. Encourage my seeking. As I fill my house with your mitzvot, so shall I be filled. Send me through your door, stretching up to honor your name, sharing out this wonder, and reaching myself in the giving. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch
Atah Adonai Mehayeh HaKol.
לקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב היה נביאך, וקרא זה על זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך הארץ, כבודו. אדיר אדירנו, אדוני אדוננו, מה אדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו, אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו, והוא יושיענו. לעולם לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם. אלוהיך ציון לדור ודור. הללויה, 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 הללויה,
To all generations we will make known of your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated.
And please turn to page 211. I want to invite Cynthia, the Bat Mitzvah's mother, to lead us with a prayer there about the meaning of Shabbat.
The meaning of Shabbat is to celebrate time rather than space. 6 days a week, we live under the tyranny of times of space. On Shabbat, we try to become attuned to holiness and time. It is a day on which we are called upon to share in what is eternal in time, to turn from the results of creation to the mystery of creation, from the world of creation to the creation of the world. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
We join together in this piece of liturgy that is specific to Shabbat, Yisvechu v'malachutecha, that we rejoice in the holiness and the majesty of this sacred time together, and it is certainly majestic with Meredith, our bat mitzvah, leading us this morning, page 211. Shomrei,
And we turn now to page 214. I would like to invite Dr. Simi Rayford to lead us in this reading.
For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations. Mudim Anak Nulak. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons. Mudim Anak Nulak. For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements. Mudim Anak Nulak. For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression. Modim Anak Nulak. For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared. Modim Anak Nulak. For all those who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom. Modim Anak Nulak. For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose. Modim Anak Nulak. We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Baruch Atah Adonai Chaim.
And I would like to invite now Patsy Ingle for the prayer for peace on page 216.
Oh God, may we never become complacent, faltering in our effort to build a world of peace. Let the nations know and understand that justice and right are better than dominion and conquest. May all come to see that it is not by might nor by power, but by your Spirit that life prevails.
ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
We turn to these words, Ose Shalom, that we might pray for that abundant peace that is created from on high to fill us up throughout the earth with glorious, holy, and divine peace. Ose Shalom, page 219. Ose Shalom, Bivrova, Huya Ase Shalom, Aleinu, Ve'oko, Yisrael, Ve'yimeru, Amen. Ose
take now a moment for a silent prayer. Now to page 253 for the Misha Berach, the prayer for courage and healing and strength. We name in our hearts those we know that need strength and courage and healing as we sing together Misha Berach. Turn now to Seder Kriyat HaTorah LeShabbat, the order of reading from the Torah on Shabbat. I would like to invite everyone who has a role here with the order of reading from the Torah. We need Kyle and Caleb to open the ark. Don't open yet, but please come and stand next to it. And we need Stephen Meyer to address the Torah later, and we need also the family who is going to be part of the passing from the Torah from one generation to another. We need Patsy and Meredith and Cynthia to be here for the Torah passing. I hope I didn't miss anyone.
Caleb?
Caleb is here.
Oh, goodbye.
He was my first one.
Oh, he was your first one?
Yes, so we can go now and do En Kamocha. Tradition teaches us that Moses received the Torah on top of Mount Sinai. Actually, we just celebrated the date of that event. Yesterday was Shavuot. In some synagogues, this is the second day of the holiday of Shavuot, the holiday where we believe that the people of Israel received the Torah. The mystical tradition of our people, the holy book of the Zohar, compares it to a marriage where God is the groom and we are the bride in this wonderful wedding and the Torah is what binds us together. And the Torah was passed then from Moses to Joshua, who passed it on to the elders, they passed it on to the prophets, and they passed it on to the rabbis of the great assembly. And since Moses, the Torah has been passed from one generation to the other, just waiting for you, Meredith, to get the Torah today. And the Torah is not just a book. It's not just this scroll which you described yesterday is not so heavy when we practice holding the Torah, but it's everything that our tradition presents. It has in it stories, it has in it laws, and it has in it a lot of teachings for you to carry on to the next generation, taking from it what you choose to take from it, and adding to it what you choose to add to it. As a symbol of passing the Torah from one generation to the next, we literally pass the Torah from the grandmother to the parents and then to you.
We join together at the top of the following page as we sing together our Shema. And we rise.
Yes, please rise.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadol Adonai iti, Unerobima Shemo Yachtav. Lecha Adonai Hagidula, Hagivura, Hatiferet, Hanetzach, Hahod, Ki Hu Bashamayim Uvaretz, Ki Hu Bashamayim Uvaretz, Lecha Adonai Hagilacha, Ve'aviv Na'aseh Lechol Erosh. Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Habomid, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Habomid, Al HaTorah, Al HaAvodah, Al Gemilut Chasadim, Al HaTorah, Al HaAvodah, Al Gemilut Chasadim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Habomid, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Habomid.
Please be seated, everyone. I forgot to ask you to rise up. At least I remember to tell you to sit down. So
There. And for the honor of our first Aliyah, we call to the Bima Stephen Meyer. The blessings are right over there.
Baruch atah hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bacharbanu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Vadaber Adonai el Moshe lemor, daber el Aharon el Banav lemor, ku tivarehu et bnei Yisrael, amor lahem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natavototchenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Ave, big hug and a kiss. Yashikah. I'm going to stand right up here to my left. As I call up proud mom and dad, Kyle and Cynthia, for our second Aliyah.
Baruch Adonai Havarach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Rotenu Adonai Adonai Shemereha Yair Adonai Panav Eleha Bihuneha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam natah b'tehenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Give mom and dad a big hug and a kiss. Beautiful. Mom and dad are going to come on over here. Steven's going to go sit. And mom, yep, come right on over here. And Meredith, you're going to go have a seat just for a moment. Yep. Okay, so usually you get this during the rehearsal, but so this is a little bit more of a surprise, but that's okay. Why am I asking you to sit? Because in this moment, when I call you up by your Hebrew name, and you come on up and you read your Torah blessings, and you read your Torah portion, and then you read your Torah blessing after, that whole moment is the moment that you literally make Aliyah. You elevate yourself into becoming a bat mitzvah. So when you come on up, you're giving us a physical demonstration of that Aliyat HaNefesh, this elevation of the soul. But what I really want to say, Meredith, is that by you doing this, you are not only elevating yourself into becoming this amazing, dedicated, active participant in our Jewish community as a bat mitzvah, you elevate every single one of us in this sanctuary right at this moment, and you elevate everybody around the world. So it's a pretty awesome moment to happen. So it's my pleasure to call you up to the bima officially as a bat mitzvah. Come on up. Talmud ha-bachura ha-bat mitzvah Eliana Yaakova bat Aharon Michael ulevana la'aliyah Torah. So first thing you're going to do,
Baruch Adonai Habarach.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar binu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Yisa Adonai Panav Elaha V'yasem Lahad Shalom V'samo et Shami Al B'nei Yisrael V'ani Avraham. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'hayeh olam natah b'torheinu Baruch atah Adonai natain haTorah.
Amen. Mazel tov. Yasher koach. Alrighty. And are we ready to lift a dress? Oh. Aha. And Meredith, you're going to step down. We sing that one more time. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 la.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar bin v'im tovim v'rasa v'divar ha-ne'eman rim ve'emet Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'Torah uv Moshe avdo uv Yisrael amor va'i v'ein ha'emet v'zedek. Vahi yish echad misra mi mishpahat hadani ushmo mana'ach ve'ishto akara velo yalada vayeram malak Adonai el ha'ishla vayomer elecha hine na at akara velo yaladat vaharit ve'eladit bein ve'ata Hi shameri na ve'al tishti yayin v'sheher ve'al tohili kol tameh ki nazir nech hara v'ladit bein umora lo ya'ala al rosho ki nazir Elohim yinya hana armin habed baten v'hu yahel V'hoshia et Yisrael miyad pelishtim v'tavon ha'isha v'tomer lisha lemor ish ha'elohim ba'ela umar ehu gamare malak ha'elohim nora me'od velo she'iltihu Mizehu be'et shemo lo higid li vayomer li hinech hara v'ladit bein ve'ata al tishti yayim b'sheher ve'al tohili kol tamei ki nazir Elohim yinyeh hana'ar min habeten ad yom moteh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Zor kol ha'olamim sadik b'kol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'oseh av ha'mdaber k'yem shekol devarav emet v'sadek al ha'torah v'al ha'avodah v'al ha'nvi'im v'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdoshav lim noach likavod ol tiferet al hakol Adonai Eloheinu Anoheinu modim lech umar heim ve'otech Yitbarak shemecha v'fi kol ha'tamid le'olam v'ed. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat.
Amen. Yasher koach.
Great. Please rise as we turn to page 256 to return the Torah to the ark.
It's
Please be seated, everyone.
Welcome everybody, Shabbat Shalom, and thank you all for coming to my Bat Mitzvah. I really appreciate all of you being here today. My Torah portion is about how God spoke to Moses, saying how God wants Moses to bless the people of Israel. The blessing, which is the essence of my Torah portion, says that God will guard us and bless us, and that the Eternal's presence will lighten and shine over us. God will always be present in our lives and will grant us shalom, which means peace, wellness, and wholeness. It also states that God's name will always be linked to the people of Israel, and God will always bless us. I feel that this blessing connects to me because I am blessed with good life, great parents, friends, and family members. I was also blessed with a mercifully short Torah portion, which any B'nai Mitzvah kid could appreciate. Becoming a Bat Mitzvah means to grow in responsibilities for your community, to help around the house and the Jewish community, and to help others in a larger community. An example of this would be how I volunteered at the JFCS food pantry, stocking shelves and weighing bags of food that people received. I also participated in sandwich making activities for the homeless here at the temple. I feel like I was able to help others around me and I was doing something good for the community. Also, doing something good is something that all Jews should do, that all people, regardless of religion, should also do. I would like to thank my parents for always being there for me and always pushing me to do my best, even though most of the times I didn't want to. Thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you to my grandmothers and uncle for being here today. Thank you for giving me some of the best times I've had in my life together. Thank you to all my friends for being here also. It means so much to me that you all came to support me, even though some of you have no clue what's going on or understand the Hebrew language. Thank you to Cantor Lauren and the TAs for helping me with my Hebrew. I wouldn't have been able to do my Bat Mitzvah without all of your help. Thank you to Rabbi David for helping me for your leadership at the temple. Thank you for all of your help. In closing, thanks again to everybody here supporting me today, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Cindy and I thank all of you for being here to celebrate Meredith's Bat Mitzvah. It's so nice to see friends and family from near and far here today. We thank all of Meredith's dedicated teachers at Temple Traeger, Temple Sunday School, and Hebrew School. Many thanks to Rabbi David, Rabbi Rapport, and Cantor Lauren for working so closely with her in preparation for this day. We also want to acknowledge all of Meredith's aides who gave up so much of their time on Sunday mornings when they could have been sleeping in, and on Wednesdays when they could have been doing any number of things other than teaching the next generation of Jews in Louisville. They realized, like our rabbis and our cantor and all of Meredith's teachers, that this is what it's all about, L'dor V'dor, from generation to generation. Thanks to all of Meredith's B'nai Mitzvah classmates also for supporting her and each other through this momentous time in their life. We rewrote this speech together, but I'm going to go a little bit off script, and I also just want to thank Cindy for doing all that she did, working with Meredith every day.
It's okay. Farther, because I can't read it.
Cindy and I remember when we found out we were having a baby girl. It was on Cindy's birthday. Like now, I started tearing up straight away. Because We were really hoping that God would give us a daughter, and that prayer was granted. That moment would later shape our decision making in choosing a name for Meredith, her Hebrew name, which is Eliana Yaakova. Eliana meaning God has answered me, and Yaakova was chosen in honor of Cindy's father, who died in 1998. So we thank God for answering our prayers, because we could not have asked for a better daughter. At my mother's house in Alabama, there's a picture of my father when he was a baby. And it's amazing how much that Meredith and her grandfather look so much alike at that young age. Meredith loves art and drawing. When she sketches, it reminds me of the pictures my dad made when he was young. It's a talent that they both share. We love to travel together as a family. It reminds us of all the adventures my father had in the U.S. Navy and how much one learns through travel. When Meredith excels in her studies, it reminds me of my own mother, who was a gifted student throughout elementary, middle school, high school, and nursing school. Meredith's love of gaming and reading reminds me of my brother. When I see how tall Meredith's gotten, I'm reminded of my father-in-law. He was tall and blue-eyed, just like Meredith. As you can obviously tell, she did not get any of that height from me. I wish that my father and Cindy's father could be here. We're both alive and could be here with us on this joyous occasion. And I hope that I can be as good a father to Meredith as my dad was to me and my brother. When things get rough and a day at school presents its challenges, I think of Cindy's mother and how she's rose to meet these challenges in her own life with similar resolve. And it's not just being resilient, but also just her love and devotion to family that Meredith gets from her other grandmother, Linda. Meredith has taken the best of all of us to be her own best self. She's the joy of our lives, and she gives us purpose and has made us better human beings. Meredith, there are just some of the reasons that we love you and how you're so special to us. We're very proud of you and love you very much. In closing, we thank all of you, and may God bless you and keep you today and always.
Meredith, thank you. Thank you for doing such a great job, leading the entire congregation in prayer, in reading from the Torah, in teaching us what you learned from the Torah, in reading from your Haftarah, and in carrying the Torah into the midst of our congregation. You know, public speaking and leading services seems easy, but it's not easy. And it's actually kind of a test. Not everybody feels comfortable doing that. And you did such a wonderful job. You passed such a test. Your parents couldn't be more proud of you. Everybody here that you can look at is so proud and happy for you. I want to speak to you about something that you did when you came with your parents to my office and you choose the part of the Torah that you chose for your bat mitzvah. Your Torah portion is very long, has more than 150 verses in it, and I gave you a few offerings. You took the best one, no doubt, the most beautiful blessing that we have in the entire Bible, probably in the entire world. Nothing in our prayer book even compares to that. Said by Adonai and blesses us with everything that we have and we need. But you picked and choose. You could have picked a much longer and more difficult part about a woman who's gone astray and a humiliating part on that. You could have picked something about being a Nazarite, which is open to both men and women and allows you to get closer to the sacred. And you made the right choice, the most beautiful blessing. But what I'm trying to say to you is, you looked at the entire Torah and you said, this part is for me and speaks to me, and this part doesn't. Now when you begin your journey as a bat mitzvah, hopefully you'll do the same thing in your life with our tradition, with our teachings, and with the Torah. There are some parts in the Torah that I admit, when I read them, I wish they were never written. They're still part of my Torah, but I wish they were not there. There are parts in your Torah portions that are like that. Humiliating a woman in public is not something that we would want to be part of our way of life and of our Torah. This blessing it's a complicated task, but your job for yourself as a bat mitzvah is to create what you want of our tradition, what you want as a Jew. I cannot tell you that. Even Cantor cannot tell you that. It is up to you now that you are officially considered an adult member of our congregation and of the Jewish people. I hope that it will be a successful thing. I hope that you choose what fits you, and I hope and pray that what you don't like, you will put aside. I hope you'll find things that you do like, and if you don't, then you'll create the things that fit you. I have a few gifts for you, actually. A lot of gifts, because as you mentioned, you helped Jewish Family and Career Services Food Pantry. They gave you this really exciting gift as a token of appreciation for all the mitzvot that you already did. And from the women, the Women of Reform Judaism, you have a tzedakah box to always remind you to do things for others. It has your Hebrew name on it and your regular name on it. And we have a book from the Jewish community and a book from us, the entire Bible. There are lots of teachings there, a lot to read for your life, and a lot of certificates to remind you this exciting day. Mazal Tov. Cantor wants to say a few things to you, and then we will get to use the blessing that you just read and bless you with that beautiful blessing.
So Meredith, I've already said this to you, but I am so proud of you. I remember when you and your family first sat in my office. I think you guys were my first ever quote-unquote 9-month appointment. And we got to play some Jewish geography, and I learned from you that this whole bat mitzvah kind of seemed a little overwhelming, maybe insurmountable. And I promised you that you were going to do awesome, and you did. That's not anything to do with me, that's everything to do with you, because each week you showed up with your full self. So in a way, you really embody that sense of presence and connection and wholeness that your Torah portion, this priestly benediction, speaks about. You brought that every week, and it was such a gift for me and all of our TAs to watch as you realized, oh my goodness, I can read this line of Hebrew. And the next week, oh my gosh, I can read these 2 lines more. And to watch you grow in that way, not just in your Hebrew skills, but also as a person. You have really, truly embodied who you are, who you want to be. And I only know that you are going to continue to grow into this incredible person who is brave and courageous and artistic and creative. And I cannot wait to see what you create and the magical things that you will bring out. Mazel tov. I'm so proud of you.
We want to say to you the priestly benediction.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May Adonai our God always guard you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuleka.
May God's face shine towards you, and may God always deal graciously with you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasev lecha shalom.
May God's face always be towards you, and may God grant you the most important blessing of all, the blessing of shalom, of peace and wellness and wholeness. And let us say together,
Amen.
we turn now to page 283 for the Aleinu. Please rise.
Lateit Kirula Leotzer Bereshit, Shehu Sam Chalkedu Liached et Shemo, Vigor Alidu Lahavlich Malachuto, Va'anachnu Korim, Ubishtachavim Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'nemar, V'haya Adonai, L'melech, all kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Please be seated as we turn to page 293. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat, we remember especially Jose Maza, Henry Berg Brousseau, David Sean Bailey, Linda Davis, Jacob Hildebrand, James Long, Harold Margolis, Irving Sonny Steinberg, Helm Frank, Betty Hetzel, Herman Cohen, Dorothy Crane, Berta Marks, Michael Wyko, Joseph Gottlieb, Louis Upper, Lois Cohen, Jean Frankel, Roberta, Bobby Waldman, Norman Friedberg, Marion Heidemann, Joseph A. Judah, Lynn Gallinger Rosemore, Elliot Rosenberg, Noretta Rosenthal, Jules Subo, Eleanor Hyman, and from Meredith's family, who we would love to have here, we remember William A. Ingle, James E. Marseilles. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. With the blessed memories of our loved ones in our hearts, we rise as we turn to page 294 for the Mourner's Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. זיכרונם לברכה, may the memories of our loved ones come to be a blessing and a benediction to us all. Amen. I would like to invite Meredith parents to join us here for the Kiddush and Amotzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen Ave l'chaim. Take a drink. And then I'll hold up the bread. Take a piece of bread. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Sivit tov, mazel tov, sivit tov, mazel tov, sivit tov, mazel tov, sivit tov.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. A huge Mazal Tov to Meredith and her family and everyone here. Please say Shabbat Shalom to someone you never met before, also to people you do know, and please enjoy the Kiddush luncheon that there is here. Shabbat Shalom.